Today's live stream by OpenAI was something I was very excited for, and I just finished watching the live stream. Let's dive into the 7 main updates they provided, which are entirely focused on developers, especially those working with the OpenAI API. They announced several exciting features and improvements to make life easier for OpenAI users. The O1 model, along with O1 Mini and O1 Preview, is now available as the primary model in the API. The O1 model is designed with advanced reasoning tasks and comes to play with good vision capabilities. This means that now you can send a text prompt along with an image, either a URL or a file, and the model will process both and give you a relevant response. Another interesting thing is they added a reasoning effort API parameter, and this essentially allows you to control how long the model thinks before reasoning. And I think that's a great feature because that gives the developers a better idea of how much cost the certain task would take and will allow them to limit the amount of energy spent on smaller tasks. Structured outputs. This feature allows you to customize the output format of a model specifically in JSON. You can define exactly how the text response should look, breaking into precise pieces instead of getting a long block of text. I think this is a really nice feature they added. For example, let's say you're solving an equation like 8x plus 7 equals negative 23. You can structure the response step by step into JSON format with keys like explanation and output. Here's a breakdown of how it works. So let's say you have a class called step with the necessary keys. Pass this class into your API request under the response format. The model will return a structured response, a list of steps with each step containing an explanation and the output at that stage. Here's a quick example of how it looks. This way, the output becomes super clean, structured, and easy to parse, perfect for apps where precision matters. The third one is developer messages. So in developer messages, you can control the tone and behavior of the model's response. So basically, you can include a specific instruction to ensure the output matches your needs, whether it's professional, creative, or concise, and gives developers a bit more customization about the response, which I think is a really cool feature. And fourth is the real-time API with WebRTC support. So if you go over here, they talk about their real-time API, and I think this is probably the most exciting feature. The real-time API now supports WebRTC, so if you ever use ChatGPT's voice mode, you know how smooth it has to be and how smooth it is to have a live voice conversation. Now, with just a few lines of code, you can replicate this real-time capability using the API. Here's how it works. So you send an input to the API, audio in SDP format, let's say, and then the API processes it in real time and responds back in voice. For example, OpenAI showcased a simple HTML JavaScript example that used only 12 lines of code to implement WebRTC support. This feature is perfect for live voice assistants, translation tools, or interactive real-time apps. In the live stream, they showcased it being used in a teddy bear.
Merry Christmas! What are you talking about?
We're talking about adding WebRTC to the real-time API.
Oh, that sounds a bit too complicated for me. How about we talk about something more fun, like delivering presents?
Number 5 is preference fine-tuning. Another big update is preference fine-tuning, which gives you the ability to customize your model based on user and developer preferences. Unlike supervised fine-tuning, this approach uses pairwise comparisons, and then the model responds to and then they use these pairwise comparisons to teach the model what works better. For instance, if you're building a financial assistant, you can fine-tune the model to handle complex queries, breaking them into steps, and improve accuracy for some specific tasks. They mentioned in the live stream that this has showcased some great improvement in some fields like healthcare, where previous supervised fine-tuning was not that good. It's currently available for GPT-4 and GPT-4 Mini, with O1 models expected to get support soon. As you can see here, the main benefits is that in the objective case, this encourages models to favor desired behavior by reinforcing specific preferred responses. And for the training data, you give it pairs of preferred and non-preferred models outputs. The sixth one, and last but not leastly, they released new SDKs for Go and Java. OpenAI has finally launched official SDKs. Previously, OpenAI SDKs were only available for Python, Node.js, and .NET. Now developers working with Go and Java can seamlessly integrate OpenAI models into their apps. For Java developers, OpenAI now works with Gradle and Maven dependencies, and for Go developers, it provides efficient API interactions for building scalable applications. They also briefly mentioned other enhancements, and I think the most important ones are function calling, which allows models to connect to external data and systems. And they also reduced the pricing for GPT-4o audio and tokens, and also enhanced real-time performance for voice tasks. And these are the main takeaways I got from the live stream. And if you found anything else very compelling, let us know in the comments below. As always, have a great day and see you in the next video tomorrow covering OpenAI's day 10 of 12 days of OpenAI.